What's going on, everybody? It's JR. You are checking out the Sport Brief. We are here at the NFL Experience in Times Square, New York City. We're here with the Dungys. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great, thanks.
No problem, Mr. Dungy.
Yeah, having fun.
That's good. Now, you guys are on a book tour. Break it down. Why a book? Why a children's book? Why a set of children's books?
Well, we have two books, actually, that we've written, and we are so excited to share them with everyone. And books are life lessons, and we tell the story through sports. So with Maria Finds Courage and Austin Plays Fair are the two books that we've written, and they are available right now. So you can read them and learn about life and through sports.
Now, you're an educator by trade.
I am.
You coach guys who beat people up. How did you say, hey, I want to get into children's books?
You know, when I coached, Lauren and the other wives used to read in elementary schools, and one of the things she said was there's not a lot of children's books out there to read that have diversity and that tell good lessons and good stories. So that's what we want to do, let kids have fun, especially boys, try to get them connected to reading. That's one thing I tell the kids all the time. We visit schools and read. Hey, even if you want to be in the National Football League, reading is so important. You're going to have to read game plans. You're going to have to read scouting reports. You're going to have to process information. So we want to get the kids reading.
In 2018, what do you think some of the challenges and changes are in getting children and kids to read?
We're going to just have to get them back to reading books, and there's so many distractions and so many other opportunities that take them away from reading. So we've got to get them engaged with fun stories. And we think that we've done that with our stories. They're good lessons and great pictures and stories that they can relate to. They can see themselves in them because they're challenges and problems that they experience, and we give them the tools to handle those challenges.
Now, coming from a football background, there's been changes just along the way as well. What are some of the challenges you hear from a coaching side about the players now?
Well, I think the biggest challenge is how to continue to play the game, how to be able to practice but make the game safer. And that's what my coaching buddies who are still in it, they're kind of trying to walk that fine line. I need to practice, I need to work hard, but we've got to make it safe and take care of the players' bodies.
What do you think that bodes for the future? It seems like obviously we know a lot of the game now favors offense. It's the same in the NBA. Everything is we got to speed it up. We have to make things faster. Do you think that's at a detriment to the game as it goes forward?
I think we'll just adjust, but everyone likes to see scoring. They like to see excitement. They like to see big plays. So making the game fast and making it fan-friendly. I know I work for NBC, and we're working on how to change the commercials and not break the game up so much. So just making it exciting for people to watch, that's going to be the challenge moving forward.
From a mother's perspective, a wife's perspective, you see things from the opposite side, whereas most fans and viewers are just, hey, that's that guy, you know, he needs to tackle that many people. You've actually been behind the scenes and have seen the stress and have been with the wives. What is your experience, and how have you seen that change over the past bunch of years?
Well, I just know how hard that everyone works for the game. You know, most of the fans just see the finished product. They see the game played on Sunday, and it's either a win or a loss, but they don't realize how much time is involved, how much dedication, how much preparation is involved in the game. And so I can appreciate that because Tony has coached for so many years, and I've walked alongside of him, and I know what's involved in the dedication of playing the game.
And
how about from a mom's perspective? We had a son that played at University of Oregon.
And that was very stressful. Now, sitting in the stands and watching my son play on the field was a little different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And everybody, we know this is training camp time. Folks somebody's out there sweating right now, this minute, getting yelled at. Right. Give me a preview. What can we look forward to this season? Is there a particular team that you think we should keep our eye on?
Well, one team I've got my eye on is the Los Angeles Chargers. They remind me of my first team in Tampa. We started out, we only won one of our first 9 games. We struggled. Everybody's wondering if that works, but it kind of caught on at the end of the year. Our second year, we made the playoffs. They did the same thing last year, learning Coach Lynn's system. They weren't winning, but they've got a great nucleus, a great defense. Phillip Rivers, and I think they're going to be a factor this year.
It stinks that it's 15,000 people watching them at the Home Depot Center. I hope things.
I hope people get out there and support them, and I think that'll happen. In L.A., you got to win, and I think they'll win and hopefully get people energized.
Now, coming from the position that you played, safety, is there a safety that you think is head and shoulders above the rest? There's so many now, whether it's Harrison or what. I mean, there's guys here in New York. What are your thoughts?
I really like Malcolm Jenkins. He does a lot for the Eagles. He's a leader. He can play near the line of scrimmage. He can play in the secondary, but he seems to make big plays for them. In the Super Bowl, that hit on Brandon Cooks, really changed the whole game around.
I got it. Now, how often are you still watching the game? Is it a matter of I've kind of paid my dues and I've watched and I've had to live it, or are you still really actively watching?
I still have an invested interest. It's not as stressful now because I don't have to worry about coach coming through the door after a loss and dealing with that. But we're from Tampa, so I'm with the hometown, and I'm rooting for the Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers really need to get it together.
They need our support.
What's going on with Jameis Winston?
Immaturity, really. Jameis is a young man who has tremendous talent. He loves the game of football. He really does want to do the right thing. He's done a lot of good things in the Tampa area, but he's made bad decisions off the field. He's got to change that. If he wants to be a leader and really lead this team where it needs to go, you can't do that.
Can we FedEx him a copy of your book? Because I think Jameis may need both copies of the book. Where can people go ahead and find our information to purchase it?
All right, the book's available in all the local bookstores, or they can go to teamdungy.com and get the copy there.
How has the entire media tour and experience been here in New York City?
It's been amazing, well received. We've had a lot of fun just talking about the books and encouraging people to read and to read to their kids. We've enjoyed it.
Yeah, people have been great, and it's been really a good response. Amazon actually ran out yesterday.
Right. Okay.
They're back up online. They got a new shipment in, but it's been well received, and we've been blessed.
That's cool. And I've seen folks have asked you a million questions, and I'm not asking you about a national anthem, anything, but when you have stood there in the past, whether it's a coach or as a player, when the anthem is playing, what actually is going through anybody's mind? Is it, I'm going to tackle that guy? Is it more strategy? What are you thinking when the anthem is going on?
99% of the players and coaches are thinking about, when this song ends, what do I have to do to win the game? And you really are. Your thoughts are, you're trying to be patriotic, but your thoughts are on the game.
Cool. Tell everybody one more time where they can get the book.
The books are available, teamdungy.com or local bookstores.
Dungy's, I'm going to try to put myself in the book. I'm just going to be real selfish now, real selfish.